the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, Ola Olukoyede, has attributed the country's erratic power supply to corruption within the power sector. Olukoyede noted that if Nigerians saw that the commission had uncovered during its investigations, they would be moved to tears. Speaking during a visit by the House Committee of Anti-Corruption and Financial Crimes in Abuja on Tuesday, Olukoyede lamented that contractors awarded projects to supply electrical equipment often opted for substandard materials. He added that this practice was a major cause of frequent equipment failures and the grid collapses. Olukoyede said, "As I am talking to you now, we are grappling with electricity. If you see some of the investigations we are carrying out within the power sector, you will shed tears." People who were awarded contract to supply electrical equipment, instead of using what they call 9.0 gauge, they would go and buy 5.0. This is really sad. So every time you will see it tripping off, getting burnt and all of that, it flattens and it collapses. This is part of our problems. He noted that the country could achieve infrastructural or other forms of growth under this condition. There's no way the country can actually function if those things are actually happening. These were the words of the chairman. It is on this note that we call on the EFCC, the Attorney General of the Federation, and the judiciary to collaborate and ensure that the administration of criminal justice functions effectively and efficiently deliver justice for victims and society that have been affected by these conditions. He also urged the EFCC to ensure transparency and accountability in its operations, adding that the negative narrative circulating in some quarters that the agency is often used to settle political scores must be proven incorrect and inappropriate by the EFCC. Please, His Royal Highness, I would also want to get your thoughts on this.
I think the statement is, for me, is coming from the chairman of EFCC. Nigeria will not share more tears, okay? What I was expecting from him is for him to, having done the investigation and found some people wanting, you should tell Nigerians that these people have been arrested and they are undergoing prosecutions, okay? Because having seen every time the national grid will collapse, it's an embarrassment to the national integrity of this country. Little time you see the national grid collapse, and that is corruption. People buying inferior materials to do substantial jobs. These people, who are they? Are we seeing them as good Nigerians, or are we seeing them as those that don't want the progress of this country? So I may call on the president to give a directive and see what he can do to ensure that those that they have been discovered that they are corrupt should be prosecuted.
And there's a case that they have been are detained and put into consideration, like he calling on the EFCC to make proper investigation that and make sure that defaulters are put into the law. So I want to get your thoughts. How do you think this is actually? Of course, right now we've been hearing cases of the grid collapsing, getting destroyed, and all of that. And we hear about wires getting burnt, and it's affecting the collapse. And it has happened up to 10th time, if we're not mistaken. And the grid has been collapsing over and over again, and it's affected also with the fact that the whole country situation, the economic situation, So do you think that this situation, as this the policies has been set, what do you think they have to do about this?
I think. Like I've said before, I think the federal government itself should see that the embarrassment that we are receiving from the power sector is something that we need to put a stop to that. We need to put a stop to that because, for instance, if you are counting from the Minister of Power, let's count from the Minister of Power. What has the minister doing concerning frequent collapsing of our national grid? Okay? Now, the EFCC is now into the play. The EFCC, they are doing their investigations.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Now, I want to say that there are some international collaborators. Some of this equipment are being imported into this country, not all that are being manufactured here in Nigeria. And we have agency that is for checking of those things that are coming into this country, quality control measures. And we have those procurement acts that also stipulate before you procure a government facilities, you must pass through
state, processes, procedures. So that means, do you think that they actually don't pass through these procedures, these regular procedures they are supposed to be passed through before they are being used?
They might pass through procedures if there are some atom of insincerity. Let me not use the word corruption. Insincerity in the mind of people that are saddled with this responsibility to ensure that the right thing is done. You know, or maybe they might have been tips with some inducing them with some financial inducement. Let me know repeatedly saying corruption because
I would like to elaborate on that.
The matter is before the anti-graft agency itself. Okay, I will have called on the anti-graft agency to investigate, but already they are telling us that if they tell Nigerians what they have uncovered within this time, we share tears. And I'm saying that we don't need to share more tears. Then it should swing into actions and ensure that I'll be advocating that let us not fight corruption. Let us stop corruption. If we can stop corruption, it will be better for all of us rather than fighting it. You keep fighting corruption, you keep recovering funds, stolen funds. Like he has mentioned that some people, which we are all saying, including myself, that there are some political actors that if you have so many influence in the political setting, your case may be, they pay lip service to your cases, even when they know that you are guilty of it. That is why the EFCC itself are also calling on the judiciary, to step on the game, because they cannot prosecute everything. They will discover and they will push it to the judiciary. What are the judiciary doing? In course of judicial to speeding up cases. There are so many cases. If you can see, you will see cases of 2010 still taking low stage. There is no what did I put it? The inability of the judicial workers to prosecute these people. Does it mean that financial crime cases, we are also advocating for a special court for the financial crime cases, so that it will help to fast track the speeding process in handling crimes and minor offenses that people commit on daily basis in this country. Mostly the political class may not want this special court to be established because they are the one that are managing our resources.
I have a question. You know, like I said, the grid has been collapsing continuously over and over again. Does it mean that when it collapses, it gets fixed? They use cheap products or contraband, a substandard product. It collapses again, it gets fixed. Does it mean that they have not come to that point where they have to get the right products, the authentic ones, that once it is being installed, it will not collapse again? Does it mean that there's no better equipment that can be used? I don't get that. Why has the what do you think? Like, does it mean that the EFCC has not been seeing this situation before now to get into it until this whole period of time?
Like the tears, he not mentioned that he will shed tears if he tell Nigerians. I think the Senate has a Senate committee on power, and that is their oversight functions. I was expecting within this period, the Senate committee should also invite, including the Minister of Power, what has been the problems, because it must come through the sabotage within the systems. Maybe some people want to embarrass the country, or some people doesn't like the face of the minister, or doesn't like the face of those that are working in the ministry. Can we do a strike? Can we change some of this personnel so that we can see exactly where the problem is coming from? Mostly, me, I will have also advised that if we are not changing them, okay, we put them on proper training. Haven't procure substantial material. What do you expect? And once it's burnt, all those money is wasted. Instead of you to use 9.0 gauge, you are using 5.0. You know, look at the range. You know, look at the range. So what stops us from procuring quality material that will last us long? This money is being used because it's our taxpayers' money, and frequently you'll be buying the same thing every time, just like you are using. It's happened to most of us that have vehicles. You know that if you are buying inferior material, you frequently visit the mechanics, okay? And someone that is a material that is, for instance, is for 10,000, and you have the one of 2,000. Because you want to manage, you go for the one of 2,000. But promising yourself that you visit mechanic frequently. But those ones that can tighten their belt and say, let me go for the one that are quality for at least 10K. You will see that you visit mechanic once in a while, and mechanic will not want you to be coming once in a while. So they will encourage you to be coming frequently so that they can be making their money. In as much as there are people that can fix it on, those that are to fix it on, once you call for their service, you render service, you render money, you pay money to them. They are also a saboteur. Can we also change the technicians that are managing this national grid? Either we change them or we put them on training. That is my take on that.
His Royal Highness, so you're saying they should be changed.
Yes.
Or be put into training.
That is it.
So the ones that have embedded the money that was set for this should be set in training, not to face the law.
No, already there are those that are undergoing investigations. Okay. Those that are undergoing investigation, the EFCC chairman knows what to do. But subsequently, to put a stop to it, there should be proper supervisions of material in the inward of material, the importations of this material. They also check the company that they are buying these things from.